Modern automobiles are technological marvels. Some can even self-drive and park. However, these new cars also act as spies on wheels. Dale Hurd reports even if you're just near one of these vehicles, it could be gathering information about you.
This may look like a car, however, it's more like a giant rolling sensor. From the tires to the entertainment system, tracking not only your driving habits, but recording personal information about you completely unrelated to driving. Modern cars have been called a privacy nightmare. Your car's #1 job is to get you places safely. But its #2 job is data collection, your data. It's collecting it and sharing it. New cars can collect more data about you than anything else you own, including your cell phone, and for good reason. Driver data has been valued at $400 billion per year.
The saying in Silicon Valley is, if you're not paying for the product, you're the product. But what's strange with cars is that the average new car costs almost $50,000. You're still the product.
Andrea Amico is the founder and CEO of Privacy for Cars, which offers privacy solutions to the auto industry.
If you ask Americans how they feel about their car, they'll tell you it's an extension of their home. They feel it's a very private place.
It's far from private. A study by Mozilla's Privacy Not Included project found cars to be the worst product for privacy they've ever tested. The fine print on Nissan's privacy statement from 2023 says it may collect sensitive personal information including citizenship status, immigration status, race, national origin, religious or philosophical beliefs, sexual orientation, sexual activity, health diagnosis data, and genetic information. After an uproar, the company's most recent privacy statement omits the collection of sexual and genetic information. Security and privacy expert Thorne Klosowski.
I think that a lot of these privacy policies are written in a way that it just encompasses everything. So it's kind of hard to say on if they're actually collecting anything or if they're just written so that they could theoretically collect something.
Some new car owners have seen their premiums go up after their insurance company received their driving data.
Some stuff is more obvious. Am I slamming on the brakes really hard, or am I going through red lights when I shouldn't be? Some of them are a little bit less obvious. Which areas are you driving and what time are you driving?
Used cars have another privacy problem. This YouTuber said after selling his Volvo, the next owner never reset the car's security profile.
I can log in to my app and I can see every single place that new owner has gone. From the school their kids go to the church, to where they work, to where their house is, physical address right in the driveway. I know everything about them. All I have to do is an address search, and I know exactly who lives there.
Then there are kill switches that allow dealers or the government to shut off your car. Some car dealers already use them when a buyer falls behind in their payments. A federal mandate for a kill switch in all vehicles sold after 2026 was embedded into the 2021 Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. Some in Congress want it removed from the law.
A kill switch in an automobile that would monitor the driving of a vehicle and then stop the vehicle from operating if the car itself decides that the operator is not driving safely.
I do understand that the technology is very near to being developed that would allow for a passive type of system that would detect when a driver has an alcohol concentration above a predetermined level, and that would not allow the vehicle to be operated.
Polls show an overwhelming majority of car buyers want to control their own data. Klosowski says the first thing car buyers should do is shut off as much of the data collection as possible.
I would open up the settings of the infotainment system. I would start there, see if there's any privacy settings that you can change. Maybe look for any sort of indication that it might be sharing information with an insurance company or with a third party.
The old saying, buyer beware, has never been more true than when buying a new car.
Dale Hurd joins us with more. Dale, the Alliance for Automotive Innovation says new cars are not spying on people. Instead, they say they're keeping people safe. So tell us more, and just how much information do they need to do that?
Yeah, that's baloney. I drive a 10-year-old car without all of this spying, and Cars do just fine on their own, sensing themselves. You know, the car sensing the movement of the car, the way you drive it. It doesn't need your address book or your emails or your heart rate to keep you safe.
And insurance companies can monitor our driving habits, our speed, braking, etc. So are these examples of them raising people's rates as a result of monitoring? And I always thought insurance company monitoring was voluntary to get lower rates.
Well, GM got busted giving data to Allstate, and the Federal Trade Commission has penalized GM and OnStar, and so I think this has stopped for now. But people need to check their own car. They need to do research on the car company they bought their vehicle from and find out if this indeed might be happening. It shouldn't be happening because if it is, another car company is going to get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it's just a matter of security settings, I understand. So what worries a lot of conservatives and libertarians is the idea of the government tracking your movements, also being able to flip a kill switch on your car. That may be a good thing, I guess, if police are trying to stop a criminal from getting away, but what about that innocent person simply attending a Trump rally at the Capitol, for example? How likely is that to happen in the future?
It's still in the law. It's supposed to take effect in 2026. It's in Joe Biden's misnamed, in Investment, Infrastructure, and Jobs Act. They should have just called it the Pork Act. But yeah, it's still in the law. Republicans are trying to get it yanked out because it's very vague. And it doesn't use the word kill switch. It says stopping the vehicle if the driver is impaired. Well, what's impaired? They mean alcohol consumption or drug use, but it could be stopped for any number of reasons. And so that's why Republicans are trying to get it taken out of the law.
And quickly, Dale, what can people do then to manage their privacy settings on their vehicles other than that?
Yeah, well, if you have a new car, you were given a packet from the dealer and the things you signed, I would go back and look and see exactly what you signed, because everyone at the dealer showroom at the time of purchase has stars in their eyes and they're not thinking about privacy. So do your own research and find out if they're spying on you. Okay, Dale Hurd, a story we have not seen anywhere else. We appreciate you. Thank you, Dale.
Sure.